Okay, this episode slows down a little bit, but it's not enough to, affect the episode or anything. It does slow down a tad from the past two, but considering this is the midpoint of the arc, I'm willing to give it a little bit of a leeway. Not to mention, it's good exposition, not just exposition about random things that we already know about. So, yeah, another great episode, just not quite as great as the last ones. Let's talk all about it together, shall we? What's up? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome back to Anime Station. It was for anything animation, including TV and movies. I'm your host, Justin Small. Welcome to Attack on August yet again. Welcome back to Attack on Titan Season 1. This time we are covering episode 19, titled Bites, aka the 57th Exterior Scouting Mission, Part 3. Yes, we are already at the midpoint of this arc. I can't believe it either. But this is once again continuing off of the last one, and it slows down a little bit. I'll do my best to try to explain how. So, let's start with our overview, shall we? While Squad Levi flees the female Titan in the forest, Eren thinks back to the days when Hanji experimented with his Titan abilities, and his squad's trust in him was tested. Placing his faith in his comrades, he agrees to follow Captain Levi's orders to advance without confronting this Titan. The chase, however, comes to an abrupt halt when the female Titan runs right into Commander Erwin's trap, where it's caught with weaponized restraints. As the squad recovers, Levi joins the commander to discover the identity of the female Titan, and Eren learns to trust his squad. So, yeah, let's talk about it. So first up, we have Eren being unable to accept the orders from Captain Levi, as he wants to go back and save his recruit. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Eren's unable to accept the orders given to him by Levi, because he wants to go back and save his recruits and use his Titan powers to do so, because he can see many scout members just dying again, smashed against these trees right behind him. And you can understand where he's coming from. But then the episode takes a break and decides to flash back to during Eren's days on the scout base. And this one, it's when Hanji and him are trying to experiment more with his Titan powers and find out more about them. So, the first try, Eren's put in a well, and Eren bites his hand like he usually does, but he only comes up with a lot of blood. He doesn't transform at all, leaving him to believe that maybe he's ended up losing his abilities. But later on that day, when he's eating with the scouts, he drops his spoon. So he goes up to pick it up, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this triggers a Titan ability where half of him becomes a giant skinless arm holding this spoon, and he can't pull himself out of it. And of course, the scouts are scared, and they think that Eren may or may not have tried to turn on them. It's hard to explain. I just have to tell you all about it. Where is it? Eren drops a teaspoon, and just as he is about to pick it up, he suddenly transforms. Shocked, Eren then witnesses the squad facing him with fear and anger. Only Levi tells everyone to calm down. Not listening, to keep bombarding Eren with questions until he shouts for them to be quiet, and they do, but they do not step down. In other words, he says the wrong thing, he's getting killed regardless of what Levi says. That's when Hanji returns, extremely happy to be able to touch Eren's transformed arm. Eren then removes his arm from his Titan's body, causing the Titan carcass to evaporate. While Hanji panics over losing the samples, they notice the Titan's hand is still holding the teaspoon. And we also find out that apparently Hanji got so excited seeing Eren's Titan arm, that she crapped herself. And she had to go to the bathroom immediately after. Yes, it's low-hanging fruit, but it's used in a way where it fits the character and it's actually funny. So, I'm going to give it a little bit of a pass. Just like Goku forgetting the sensu beans on the toilet in the Goku Black arc. If you can make me laugh at one of those jokes, I will give you a little bit of a pass. So then, Eren's talking with the squad, and they're trying to figure out what triggered it and why he did what he did. So, Then the squad apologizes to Eren for their actions, seeing that he transformed accidentally and didn't mean to. And their way of apologizing to him is to do the same thing he did and bite on their hands. Very hard. Uh, it's a bit ridiculous, but this being anime and everything already being heightened, I can give it, again, a little bit of a pass. It's a little silly, but it gets up the point along pretty well. So at that moment, then it flashes back to President Eren decides to put the faith into his comrades. And this ends up working out as we find out Commander Erwin's plan all along. As he actually knew this female Titan's existence, he knew that she was probably going to go after Eren, and he set a trap right in the forest for them to capture her alive and cut out the nape and see who is this other hybrid Titan wielder. Like, geez, that goes to show you how smart Erwin is as a commander. Because we didn't know that this thing existed, but apparently he already did. So, like, it's pretty crazy. And the episode ends with the female Titan falling into this weaponized trap with 1,000,000 cables, like, damn, a lot of cables. And the tease that we are going to find out in the next episode who this female Titan is. I mean, I have a feeling who it might be due to the hairstyle, but I've been wrong before, so I'm not going to be surprised if I'm wrong again. But anyway, that's all the basic stuff of the episode. It's still pretty great, is what I'm saying. It slows down a bit from the previous episode. It does pump the brakes, but it does a good job giving a little bit more context to things. So, here are my final overall thoughts of the episode. Majority of it pumps the brakes momentarily. Makes sense since it's the midway point of the arc. To develop Eren's struggle to fully grasp his Titan abilities, and learning how to put his faith in his squad mates rather than himself. As the plan was revealed to be a trap by Commander Erwin to capture the female Titan, and finally ending her rampage for the time being. Only 6 episodes to go. It still blows my mind that we are so close to the end of the first season. Like, man, it has flown by. But it has been such a great watch. And this is just another great watch. Is it as great as the last 2 episodes? No, not quite, but it's still great in its own right, and because of that, final verdict is an 8 out of 10. It's good exposition, it does a good job giving extra context to the situation, and we find out Erwin's actual plan from this mission all along. So, I guess I'll see you next time when we see where it goes in part 4, when the female Titan is revealed.